Hello Dollar General friends. In this video, I'm going to show you all the places where I found fitness penny items, surprise penny items, and 90% off brown dot items this week. I went shopping on Thursday, May 8th to try to see if I could find some of these fitness penny items. And then of course I was hoping to find some 90% off brown dot stuff. And I got pretty lucky. The store that I went in that had the full end cap of fitness items had pulled them all off the shelf. So I didn't get as lucky as I had hoped I would be. But they didn't actually look at their clearance section where they had a few more things. So I did still really score at that store, which is good because I made sure that I started at this store even though it was 30 minutes from my house. I passed $10 Generals to get to this one because they had that end cap of fitness items, and I was really hoping to get, a cart full of pennies. But it did still end up being my best stop of the day. I went to, I think, 9 different Dollar General stores on Thursday, and the first stop was my biggest haul of the day. I found several surprise penny items, as you can see in the top of the cart. I found the fitness penny items, but where I really scored on Thursday was the 90% off brown dot items. This one was just sitting in the floor. As you can see, it's one of those kind of fake Pyrex sets with the glass containers with the lids. That's 90% off. It was only, I believe, $1.50, I think, which is an amazing price. It might have been $1.20, either way. 90% off, great price. They had a few other items there that I didn't want. But then at the end of the aisle, they had a ton of blankets and pillows to sort through. You can see there, I've already filled up my cart too with a bunch of food container sets that I found at the end of the aisle. So I don't record every bit of my shopping because I don't want to, miss out on deals because other people are shopping too. And sometimes I just have to grab things, put them in my cart. So you kind of see my cart just went from empty to full really quick. But I did grab some of these pillows and blankets at the end of the aisle. No, I did not grab them all. I left a ton of stuff behind for other people to choose from, but I did get the stuff I wanted the most, and I think I did really good. Once I was done going through the seasonal aisle and digging through all the leftover brown dot items that they had mixed in, I went over to the NCI aisle to see what else I could find, and I did get lucky over there as well. I found some of the brown dot pillows mixed in with the regular pillows. If you're looking for 90% off pillows, make sure you check this section every store you go in because you might get lucky. I found this 2-pack. It's only $1 at 90% off. That's a great deal for 2 pillows. You can see I did not have room in my shopping cart to put them, but I was definitely going to grab them. All the rest ended up being full price, but it's a great place to check in every store you go in. And then I went over to where they have the wall art and the shelves, and I found so much hidden clearance. I am going to put out a video that's going to show you all the things to look for. If you see here, I'm kind of pointing out some stuff. You see the yellow tag in the corner. There is a lot of wall art type things, decorative shelves and things for hanging on the wall that have yellow tags in the corner that are hidden brown dot clearance. They don't have a brown dot, but they're ringing up 90% off and following the brown dot markdowns. I am going to make sure I put visuals of all the things I found in another video, but this video I just wanted to do the shopping footage and show you my haul and all the places I found things. This store, I found 2 penny items on the table up front and decided to walk around a little bit, and the only other thing I found was this random sweatshirt. Make sure you check the clothing section in every store that you go in, and if you see sweatshirts or jogging pants or jackets, make sure you scan them. There's still some out there mixed in with the regular t-shirts and things that stores carry, so I did get lucky with one random sweatshirt in that store. This store was, I think, my second best store of the day. I noticed this blue dot penny item hanging up in the seasonal aisle, and I thought that was a great score. And when I went to put it in the cart as I was filming, I realized next to me was a whole 8-foot section full of brown dot items that were 90% off. I hadn't even noticed those yet because I was focused on the one penny item I found, so I got my camera out. But they had a ton of blankets and stuff, and I don't think they had a sale sign up at all in this store. I have not seen any stores that had their brown dot stuff marked at 90% off. Most of them have it maybe marked at 50% off, or they haven't put a sign on it at all. So that's a great way to score some deals. If no one else knows it's on sale, they're not grabbing it. And I definitely scored in this store. I found a lot of the big character pillows. They're $1 a piece right now. I got some of the blankets that were 90% off. The character blankets with Stitch and Minnie Mouse and Barbie. Those are only 80 cents right now. Lots of really amazing deals. And I actually filled up my cart with the few blankets and pillows that I wanted. And then I went to turn off my camera because I was like, okay, I think I found everything I want in this section. Let's move on and look for stuff elsewhere. And then I realized there were some penny items mixed in with these brown dot items actually. Under the blankets and pillows in the corner was just a stack of sweatshirts and jogging pants with the gray dot on the tag. So these were all a penny. So of course I threw those in the cart. No penny left behind, especially when it's useful items like that. And so then I really started digging just in case I could find anything else. And I think the only other thing I found over here was a hat for a penny. But you know what? Every penny item is exciting. Actually, no, wait, I found two hats. There we go. Now you see it. I got this hat that says love on it. Make sure you look for those. And then I got a winter hat that was a penny. Of course, you still want to look for all of those as well. I've seen people finding entire trays of those up the top shelf where stores never really stocked them or displayed them. So definitely keep an eye out for all the winter clothing stuff. It's still out there. And since this store was a treasure trove on their seasonal aisle, I made sure I then went over to their NCI aisle, and they had a ton of brown dot stuff over there mixed in as well. So once again, make sure you check this pillow section in every store you're going in, but make sure you check for the brown dot blankets as well mixed in wherever your store has the sheets and the decorative pillows and the throws. There was a ton of brown dot blankets mixed in at this store. I only grabbed a couple of them. I kind of wonder if they're going to be there when they go to a penny in probably, I don't know, a week and a half. These will be dropping to a penny, I bet. I would not be surprised if they're the penny list. I bet on May 20th, more than likely, these will be dropping. And I would not be surprised if this store is completely full of brown dot items still at that point. But I went ahead and grabbed what I wanted at 90% off. I was excited about this blanket in particular because it's king size. I never find king size blankets or sheets on sale. It's always the twin size stuff and everything that's smaller. So I was really excited to finally find a king size blanket at that price. And then this store was actually way cleaner than it usually is. And so I just kind of scanned around to show you a little I Spy here. In the middle of all this stuff, there's one little Christmas sign, and it was still ringing up a penny. I thought that was kind of hilarious that in this nice, clean, organized store, the only thing I found to buy was this one little Christmas sign in the middle of the dishes. And this was the last store that I went in, and I got lucky again with some hidden brown dot clearance. And then I found some not hidden brown dot clearance, these soap dispensers and little canisters. They've got brown dots. They're 90% off, but I won't be buying them till they're a penny because I don't need them. But what I was excited about was these pan sets. If you can find these, they're ringing up $1.20 right now. You get a muffin pan, you get a cookie sheet. There's multiple pans in there. So for $1.20, I thought that was a great price to kind of stock up on some pans. I probably won't have to buy pans again for years because, you know, you got to use them for a long while before they're trash anyways. But I got 3 sets. I couldn't resist at $1.20. I think that's a great stock up price. Also, they're great gift items if you have to give someone some type of housewarming gift or a Christmas gift. It's a good useful item to have on hand if you want to use it for gifts later in the year. Let me know in the comments, guys. Did you score on 90% off Brown Dot stuff? Or are you just waiting it out until it goes to a penny this year? I definitely think there's going to be a lot of hidden Brown Dot clearance left when it goes to a penny, but I'm happy for the stuff that I did score at 90% off because it's stuff I really wanted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration of places to look for Brown Dot items and penny items, and I hope it helps you score some more stuff. And until next time, bye!